Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State Government pledges to drive growth, investment in tourism, showcase results in global map. Aviation experts seek stronger economic regulation, technological adaptation for safer industry. On the foreign scene, one person dies in English Channel after boat sinks off coast of Calais. And in sport, Super Eagles defender Olaino hints on extending contract with Nottingham Forest. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. To drive the growth of arts, culture and tourism, Lagos State Government has pledged to continue to take advantage of its potential, population, investments, and as well as showcase the results in a global map. Special advisor to the Governor on Tourism, Arts and Culture, Idris Aregbe, gave this hint after an executive tour of the John Randall Center for Yoruba Culture and History, Onikan. Aregbe noted that touring the Yoruba Cultural Museum with local and foreign travel and tourism enthusiasts gives credence to the rich cultural heritage in Lagos in a relaxed and comfortable atmosphere which will attract more foreign investors and partners to the state. While commenting that tourism and entertainment events should not be about Dirty December alone, but all year round, Aregbe commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for the nod and support for investments in the sector to thrive and draw global attention to the state, which was evident during the Christmas and New Year celebrations.
Our museum is fantastic. It's something that is huge. It's something that we can't get tired, of telling the world what we have here. And I'm happy that quite a number of people are so much happy at what they've seen here today. Again, today we've been able to bring in some major stakeholders here who will also go out there and spread the good news. Let them know that Lagos truly mean business when it comes to art, when it comes to tourism, when it comes to entertainment and all that. And that's what we're doing. I'm just happy that I have a governor who so much believes in it, and he's always giving me the nod to just keep pushing and making sure that we give Lagosians what it truly deserves.
Some of the tourists who joined in the tour included Mrs. Nika Isaac Moses of African Cultural Show, Goge, who commended the Lagos government for the cozy environment and richness of artifacts in the past, present, as well as the future. The AI-generated videos displayed in the museum, coupled with economic value chain to be generated by the J. Randall Center.
For me, Lagos State is like the touchline for cultural preservation and tourism development in Nigeria. If every ethnic group or tribe or state can put together something similar to J.K. Randall Museum.
And what I've seen here at the J.K. Randall Center is impressive. Okay, starting from the quality of the curation, the Yoruba history, the heritage. When you talk about the Obas.
Dignitaries who participated in the executive tour included representatives of the Oba of Lagos, Yoruba legendary actor Prince Jide Kosoko, students of Ekuakete Junior and Senior High Schools, among others, with cultural display by different ethnic groups. In a bid to ensure that students in Lagos State are adequately informed about staying safe online, the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development has organized a one-day sensitization program on digital resilience, empowering students to navigate online safely for students in Education District 1. In a welcome address at the program held at the Government Senior College, Agege, Permanent Secretary Toyi Okelsointolu said the program organized by the School Social Work Services Unit of the Ministry of Youth and Social Development underscores the unwavering commitment to the welfare and well-being of the students across Lagos State. Okelsointolu, who was represented by the Director, Social Welfare Department, Toyi Jayola, noted that the school's social work services are designed to support students in navigating social, emotional, and psychological challenges, including those arising from internet use. In his remarks, The Solicitor General, Permanent Secretary, Education District 1, Bashir Adebowale, commended the Ministry of Youth and Social Development for the initiative, describing it as laudable and timely. Lagos State government says it is intensifying efforts to establish primary healthcare centers, PHC, in every ward. Speaking on Citizens Gate, a program by the Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, Permanent Secretary of Health District 4, Abimbola Bowale, says this will be a major boost in grassroots healthcare. Bowale highlighted Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's unwavering commitment to strengthening the healthcare system, emphasizing that with the current pace of investment, universal access to primary healthcare in the state is within reach. Bowale described the 6 health districts model as a transformative strategy that has enhanced efficiencies healthcare delivery. He also praised the dedication of health officials, stressing that both states and local governments are working together to improve health centers, including those in riverine and hard-to-reach areas. President Bola Tinubu has approved billions of naira for the expansion of 12 river basin projects across the country to boost irrigation farming and ensure food security. Director of Finance, Adejia Jamari, River Basin Development Authority, Musa Kwankwaso, said the approval is a clear indication of President Tinubu's commitments to the development of the country, especially the north, which is no longer a hidden agenda through agricultural development. Kwankwaso explained that approval for the expansion of the river basins will boost food production and address hunger and starvation across the country. He commended the House of Representatives Committee Chairman of Appropriation, Abubakar Bishi, will ensure that the budget for the revitalization of the river basin was approved. Kwankwaso explained that the revitalization of the river basins will boost irrigation farming and make Nigeria self-sufficient in food production. And now to the rest of the stories. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamos, and the Director General Civil Aviation, Chris Najomo, have identified technological adaptation and stronger economic regulation as factors that will ensure safer Nigerian aviation industry. They spoke at the Nigeria Civil Aviation NCAA 25th Anniversary Symposium in Abuja with the theme, Human Capital Development, Upskilling the Next Generation of Aviators. Kenyamo, while acknowledging the successes recorded in the last 25 years, said sustained accomplishment requires a deliberate focus on safety planning, stakeholders collaboration, and adoption of innovative practices, especially focusing on training and retraining. He stated that aviation safety is not a one-time achievement, but a continuous process of adaptation and improvement with advancement in technology, rising passenger demand, and increasing globalization. Keyamo noted that the dynamics of aviation safety are evolving rapidly. Also, Chris Najomo said, as the authority celebrates its current achievements, it must look ahead to embracing new technologies, improving operational efficiencies, and fostering partnerships that will elevate the aviation industry to even greater heights. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, has called for a probe into the incident surrounding the denial of Canada visas to the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, and some top military brass. Matawalle also urged the federal government to assert the nation's position on the global stage. The delegation was billed for an event where Nigerian veterans were to be honored in Canada. Matawalle expressed disappointment with the treatment of the Nigerian delegation, emphasizing that such actions jeopardize the bilateral relations between Nigeria and Canada. He said the denial of visa raises significant concerns regarding Canada's treatment of Nigerian military officials and the overall state of diplomatic relations between the two nations. And now to foreign news. A migrant has died after trying to cross the English Channel in a small boat. According to the French Coast Guard, 69 were rescued after the boat sank off the coast of Calais. Only half of those on board were found to be wearing life jackets. 2 people were unconscious when brought onto a rescue vessel. The Coast Guard said one of whom was resuscitated by medics and the others was later pronounced dead in hospital. The Coast Guard also said a French Navy Dolphin helicopter was monitoring the area where the boat sank to confirm the successful recovery of all the castaways. It warned that the part of the channel is particularly dangerous sector, especially in the middle of winter for precarious and overloaded boats, as it is a busy shipping lane with difficult weather conditions. And now sports. Super Eagles defender Olaino has hinted that he would love to extend his contract with Nottingham Forest. The Nigerian international stated that he is delighted with everything about the club. Aina also showered praises on Forest striker Chris Wood for his gentle personality and how he has helped the club with his goals. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks in your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration upgraded 2 higher institutions to universities? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. To drive the growth of arts, culture, and tourism, the Lagos State Government has pledged to continue to take advantage of its potential, population, investments, as well as showcase the results in the global map. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, and the Director General, Civil Aviation, Chris Najomo, have identified technological adaptation and stronger economic regulation as factors that will ensure safer Nigerian aviation industry. We also told you that a migrant has died after trying to cross the English Channel in a small boat. And in sport, Super Eagles defender Olaino has hinted that he would love to extend his contract with Nottingham Forest. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.